Hey guys, what is up? I hope everyone is doing well, hope everyone is having an amazing day because I am as usual. And guys, again, I've been skimming through all the articles, all the posts, and I have found a very interesting one, okay? So we've got a Shibarium theory here. Most of you want to know when Shibarium will come out. Well, there is no official date as of yet, but at least we are getting more and more information, and actually loads of people are talking about it. So it's important that you guys know exactly what is happening. So make sure you watch this whole video, guys. It is so important for your knowledge, for your future, for your investments, for your money, for everything, okay? So guys, let's figure out what is happening here and what is this user talking about. So this is a long read, but well worth the time in my opinion. So it's a must read. Pay attention, guys. A comment was made on one of our posts about Shibarium and whether it would run on Polygon. In an effort to reduce fees, a fellow member pointed out that Satoshi had once commented that it wouldn't run on Polygon, but a Polygon-like network, inferring that the devs were attempting to develop the Layer 2 protocol. I've had some theories for a while, and this really got me thinking, how does a new L2 fall in with Shibaswap tokenomics? And here's my theory. Please forgive me if I ramble at all. It's all 2:30 a.m. here, and I've had 5 hours of sleep in 2 days. Comment below and let me know what y'all think. And I onto something here, or am I way out in the left field on this? So I remember reading that Satoshi said Shibarium would run on a Polygon-like protocol. I think it would be great if the devs in fact created their own L2 protocol, but my reservation is why recreate the wheel to get the same outcome? So that got me thinking, what would I do if I was the devs to set Shibaswap ahead of the competition? I dabble in programming just so I can try and understand some of this stuff, and I think I know the answer. If I'm way off, please tell me. I'm not an expert by any means, but anyways, when we talk about DeFi protocols, the two that really compete are Uniswap v3 and SushiSwap using Polygon. Both swaps are great in their own right, but both have fundamental issues. V3 revolutionized the way liquidity pools operated. Traditional pools spread out your liquidity pairs from 0 to infinity, even though a significant portion of that range will never be used. V3 allowed for concentrated efficiency, where a liquidity provider could concentrate their capital into specific price points, reducing investor exposure to impermanent loss and increasing fees earned by over 500% in some pools. AKA an investor could earn 5 times the fees than a traditional liquidity pool. The downside was that the gas fees are still ridiculously high in V3 because it's still using the Ethereum network. Then you have SushiSwap, who built out a L2 through Polygon, reducing fees and increasing speed transactions. It also allowed users to use the Matic bridge to swap tokens between ERC20 and other networks by a process of minting and burning tokens going back and forth. The beauty is it allowed users to access other chain tokens through a single interface, and best of all, users paid for the gas fees in a native Matic token instead of Ethereum, ETH. SushiSwap also allowed users to access cashy landing, whereby users could trade the benefit of allowing liquidity providers to put up their tokens for margin trading, earning good returns and no exposure to impermanent loss since it was only one token investment. SushiSwap also developed a token vault known as BentoBox that allowed for margin trading in one transaction hash versus other margin trading platforms that require 3 transaction hashes, saving huge amounts on gas fees, increasing transaction speeds. I guess what I'm getting at is Shibarium needs to be, if V3, Uniswap and SushiSwap protocols had a baby, Shibarium would allow for concentrated capital liquidity pools, the ability to switch tokens across different blockchains using SHIB as gas. Only utility I can see for it, change my mind, and allow users access to margin and leverage trading, while simultaneously allowing additional revenue streams for liquidity providers and creating token vaults. If Shibarium managed to incorporate the best of swaps, it could begin to compete for heavy volume, which would bring back the $1 billion TVL number. But if that weren't enough, if the devs could incorporate their own algorithmic stablecoin SHIB into mix as a daily transactional token, whereby users could buy and sell it with with it, with minimal fees and giving sellers the security of a stable coin and the speed of Visa, it would truly begin to revolutionize crypto. If the devs can pull this off, it would be a game changer in crypto DeFi platforms. SHIB would finally have a purpose. She would become a global currency. Bone would be highly coveted by whales who wanted governance over the future decisions of the swap, and Leash would be the value store to bring in institutional investors. Similar to what Bitcoin is, Uniswap earns $2 to $3 million in fees per day, and SushiSwap earns 1.2 million in fees per day as of January. But there's no reason Shibaswap wouldn't be able to easily pull in $3 to $5 million in fees through its platform if it was able to implement this plan. It's an ambitious goal, but one that I think make the most amount of sense, and maybe where the devs are playing things pretty close to the vest, as saying goes, because they don't want the other swaps to pivot before they release Shibarium. Let's hear your thoughts. Anyone else have a theory on what type of protocol Shibarium will run on, or benefits they should implement? Also, if you know other users who haven't been invited here, please help me continue to grow this page. Guys, here you've got, so this article and others are like this. Well, this guy basically has his own articles, exchanges a lot of information. This stuff is very, very interesting because this is actually, from what I understand, he is a programmer. So he is someone that actually specifically specializes in the nitty-gritty, okay? The very deep detail, the stuff that most of us are very, very interested in, okay? So I think listening to this, at least trying to read it and kind of try to connect the dots, very, very important, so you guys understand what potentially Shibarium could create, how we could tweak it, change it, and how the future is looking. So I think, you know, very, very interesting stuff. A lot of protocols here. Look, I'm not gonna lie, I probably don't understand the deep programming stuff, because, you know, I am not a programmer. At the end of the day, I'm just an investor, so I kind of see the general picture. But here we have it for all of you that really want to know more in-depth detail. Here it is, guys, the different types of protocols, the different things that could potentially be done, and how liquidity pools operate for this. Here it is, everything laid out for you guys, and I hope that most of you are waiting for the big Shibarium release, because the moment it is released, all our mouths, okay, we're not even going to be talking, we're going to be on islands with our private yachts, just drinking champagne and living the life, because it is time to change our lives, okay? We're gonna have the financial freedom, and everything that you want to do, you can do. If it is pay off your debt, if it's buy a house, if it's send your kids to a private school, all is there for you guys, okay? So I've already talked about the potential, how much money you could make. Everything is laid out in my videos. Remember, if you join, okay, if you join this community, it is very, very important, because we are going to be able to do so much together. The amount of information we could exchange, we could kind of create this vision and really understand where this is all going without having to just read articles. We could rely on each other's, okay? Because, you know, at the end of the day, you could be reading these sophisticated articles, but they are already predetermined. Probably they wouldn't give you the exact specific information, because any information that could possess some sort of advantage, why release it, okay? They probably just talk about general stuff. So it is sometimes important to go into these forums to see what others are saying, see what they're doing, because, you know, that is where the raw information lays, okay? The raw information is so important, and not many people, very, very few people actually read these forums. So I want you guys to get into it, to understand what is happening, and to be optimistic, because the money that we are gonna make is gonna be insane. Okay, so make sure you subscribe, smash that thumbs up button, share this video, do everything possible, and I do want to see you in my next videos. So a big thank you to everyone. Let's get out there and make some money. Peace out.